Hey, Cloud Zero heroes. Come on in the room. Welcome to FinOps in Full Bloom. We have a guest today, and I'm really excited to talk to her because we had a chit chat, and her answers are absolutely enlightening and hilarious. Your energy, Kellie. People, we're speaking with Kellie, the director of systems and business systems and applications. Let's get it correct.
Correct.
At Aras.
At Aras.
At Aras.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, here I'm using my Spanish dialect and making it real exotic.
Yeah.
Didn't I just make it real exotic?
Yes.
Okay. I gave your title. Would you like to give a bio, a little bit about yourself for the audience?
Sure. So my name is Kellie. I just want to explain Aras to make it easier for you. The reason it's called Aras, we're 25 years old, is the founder's daughter was in the office and she wrote her name backwards. So it's A-R-A-S. It's Sarah backwards. So it's Aras, which is funny. That a lot of people pronounce it so many different ways. Or Spanish
right.
accent, whatever you feel, right? You felt it. So I've been at Aras for about 9 years. I am in charge of systems, applications, integrations, data engineers. We are trying to get our data in a source of truth and fabric stuff. And then I'm fairly new to FinOps.
Welcome.
Thank you. We were on-prem, so we have a PLM software, which is product lifecycle management. We have large customers like Honda, Airbus, Microsoft, and we are going to the SaaS. So I think we're on version 2. We are going to version 3, which we would like to save cost, get an idea of what our spend is so we can be able to price it accordingly. And one of the reasons we went with Cloud Zero, there's many, is that Kubernetes. So we want to start getting that and get the savings and be able to do metrics and be able to share resources.
Enter Cloud Zero.
Yes.
So the question that we have is starting off, when we're going to the transformation journey later, but right now I'd love to just hear before Cloud Zero, after Cloud Zero. What are the differences? What was it like?
It was a hot mess. Okay. It was a hot
Before
mess.
Cloud Zero, hot mess.
So when we started the cloud journey, again, before me, which is funny, I was still doing my systems and applications, listening to everyone fight. Okay. Nobody had trust. Nobody wanted, our IT didn't want to give our engineers access. So we have an array of tenants. We have so many tenants, and they were all working in silos. Everybody had their own tagging. Everybody was doing their own stuff.
Wow.
So then we realized, cost spend's going up, trying to figure out what the bill looks like, who owns what. It was just a nightmare. So they tried to bring it in, and they started building our own BI report.
Okay.
So again, you can't do metrics if you don't have common tags or aligned tags.
I see a theme here.
Yes. So Cloud Zero came in. That still couldn't help us until we got the culture change. So trying to get the engineering, product, IT, finance, we brought them all in, asked them what they needed, listened to them, had them listen to each other, which was a big change because everybody was kind of like, offense, I'm defense, I don't need to talk to them.
Yes.
So we're all together. We finally got aligned. Cloud Zero brought in dashboards, and now all of a sudden people are seeing their cost and saying, why? Wait, what?
They're activated.
Yes, engaged,
Dare
curious.
I say empowered? Shameful plug. Shameful plug. Okay, so then we're going to switch gears because you've given me a little taste, and we're going to go later, so I'm going to ask for a hot take. Switching gears to a hot take, since you're speaking about tagging, quick question, who needs tagging anyway?
Oh my
What
goodness.
are your thoughts?
Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? Because, the tags we did, we're doing it by customer. We're doing by projects. We can do cost centers now, which is great. Where before, Cloud Zero is actually really good for us too, because when things aren't tagged, it goes into this bucket called other. So now what do we do with other?
Boy, oh boy.
Now we start digging down, going, why is it other? What didn't happen? So
Immediate indicator.
yes.
the other.
Yes, don't have to wait.
So you've named a couple of different features. You're talking about analytics, you're exploring in the Explorer. What's your favorite Cloud Zero feature?
I think the dimensions.
Really?
I like the fact that I can go in and call things the way I want and be able to do dimension, normalize, do all that type of stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Because,
And I think that makes sense to me because you're talking about tagging and that's labeling resources. Yes. And now you take that and you give it business context.
Yes.
And you're able to associate it to the people who you're speaking to, which can engage conversations. Was there sort of a culture change once this started to happen?
Huge culture change. As long as they could see it. Before, they didn't trust the data.
Wow.
So when you don't trust it, why am I going to look at it? It was like, yeah. Now they see it. Now I have people coming to me going, hey, I want my own dashboard. Can you help me make a dashboard? So I'm making custom dashboards. We're just anomalies. We're still trying to figure out what's the threshold. What do we want to do? Okay. I have one guy that's so into it. I think I talk to him more than my husband now because he's constantly looking at the data. So I'm like, my husband's like, who's calling you? I'm like, it's Basil.
It's our best friend.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're new to FinOps, but you're saying you're creating dimensions and analytics. So
that's a system to me, right? Listening to the guys up on the stage and everything and all the optimization stuff. That's my next thing. I want to really get into it.
So that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, but you were on that stage. It wasn't a mistake. What I love about our conversation is that you're walking in as a newer comer, but you're coming and changing something that was foundational. And so teams are moving and we're innovating and we're thinking about AI, and you ask a foundational question: are our resources tagged? Can we get the foundation right? And sometimes new eyes are the ones that set things right. You're not walking around with a hobbled leg. You haven't gotten used to hobbling. You've walked into the room and said, why are you limping? And you kind of just adjusted your whole stance to do that. Let's actually get the ground set. And that's transformative. And that's why I believe that you are on the panel and why I'm excited to speak to you, because it makes it relatable. FinOps is for everyone. And so you're showing us what first steps look like. So I have a question in this FinOps in full bloom theme. What seeds were you planting when you came in to really get things flowing?
I think I was listening. I wasn't coming in telling them what to do. I was just listening, getting them to listen to each other, getting them in a room, getting them to have time and say this is important, because before they're like, no, we already have our tags. No, we're good. But then you have to have upper management. So upper management or executives were like, let's do this. So nice. I was kind of their voice, but not with the hammer. So I got them to, like I said, asking questions. What do you need? How can I help you? Being that, like, I'm here to help you, I'm not here to take up your time for no reason at all. And then showing them a little bit of the benefit. Again, when they can see the data or see the metrics, then they were more like, okay, so maybe I can go and I'll do this. So you just got to get them that little nudge.
I love it. They're very responsive. How are you nurturing that then?
I treat it like coaching. So
okay.
That's how I am a coach at heart. So you also get them aligned. So if you're going to play soccer, because I love soccer, I have defense and offense. Okay. If offense is only measuring when they score a goal, and defense is only being judged on if no goals get by them, who's covering the middle? How are you working as a team? You're not moving as a team. So collectively, we started looking at each other and what we can measure together, and ultimately, what are we trying to do?
Nice. Oh, I think that's beautiful. So then it looks like you're flourishing. Where are you flourishing inside of this? Is it also in optimizing and cutting costs? Is it also in people taking ownership?
It's definitely ownership, and they're being accountable. Finance is loving it, because before it would take them forever to be able to diagnose who's this for. They couldn't get it down to the cost center. They had no idea what a customer was costing. So now with this, they're like just loving it. They're just flying high, saying they can get it. We have the ingestion twice a day, so anytime they make a change.
That's good.
Yep.
I mean, we have a standard for one, but you're going to stay right on top of things. So we're leading towards going to our deep dive section where I'd love to get a little more detail into it. So my first question would be, do you have a transformation story that you would like to share? And then we can ask about the parts of that.
So more than the tagging and more than getting everybody aligned and everything like that type?
Definitely. Or what are the results that grew from there?
So again, we had tagging, but they were inconsistent, downright wrong. And we only had 60% of tagging done. We are now at 94%.
Wonderful.
And we were higher a couple of weeks ago, but we just did a lift and shift, and some of the taggings we're still trying to work out. So I think that's great. Again, having everybody involved, and we have now developed a cadence of teams for personas. So I have finance. I am like facilitating this, getting them in, asking them what they want, asking them what type of metrics do they want. Another thing that was help with finance, I'm trying to get the budgets in there. And I asked them, hey, do you have any budgets you want me to put in here? So
no,
because they're not right. Because the budgets were based off of old, incorrect data. So now that the data's in there, we're going to use the data in Cloud Zero to be able to forecast. It's more accurate. So now they're revamping the budget. So I actually have a meeting with them on Friday to go over that stuff.
Oh, I'm excited for you.
Yes.
And I'm excited for what the finance team, we have a whole slew of dashboards curated just for finance so they can go in there and realign. So being able to reset, what other metrics are you looking? You told me about 60%. And now you're 90% accurately tagged.
94.
90. Oh, let's get it right. 94%.
Yeah.
So are you using the tagging dashboards to track this?
Oh, yes. Yes, we created our own. We created our own dashboard, which is kind of cool.
Is it you or did a teammate do it? I'm so excited to see how fast, how wide.
It's a little combo, but yes, I get somebody that's really, well, actually I have quite a few people that are in there, probably about 4 or 5 that are really digging in and doing their own, because it's, once we have those dimensions, they just take it and it's kind of like.
And they're activated. That's the whole thing that I feel like you're bringing accountability, but there's a gentleness and there's an awareness.
Shocking to my children and my family that I'm more like a hammer, but right now I'm not. I'm being warm and fuzzy.
So your tools are warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, yes.
And then Cloud Zero Analytics.
Absolutely.
What other tools do you think are contributing to just understanding the secret sauce of this transformation story?
I don't know. I'm still trying to, I'm talking about the tool is we still have a lot of spend that's not in, it affects cloud, but we don't capture it right now.
Oh.
So like SaaS licensing, we're trying to get a handle on that. Trying to see what other tools we have. One thing that Cloud Zero also did is when you get an invoice from
a cloud provider,
it's 84 pages long, and you're going through it. And
cheese and rice.
I asked somebody to look at it to see, hey, does this look right? You know, one of our engineers or someone, and he goes, well, what algorithm do you want me to use to look at this? I'm like, but Cloud Zero brings it in, slices and dices it, breaks it down. You can see compute, you get storage, you can see all that stuff.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, chef.
I have a teammate whose name is Chef. Here's some backstage information here. Okay, so we're wrapping up. I have a few more questions. Some of them are going to be fun. First one, just seeing newish in the FinOps, where do you see trends in FinOps? What are you focusing on, or what are you noticing as a trend in FinOps?
Well, when I was at the conference, everything's AI.
Yes.
I don't think we're quite there yet. We're still trying to get our feet under us and get, actually a handle on what we're spending. But as I mentioned, Kubernetes is what we have to go to next and try to be able to get a better handle on what we're spending on our customer and our software, what we're spending per customer.
And that's going to be some serious diving. So when you are diving, what's your go-to playlist genre? Is it pop? Is it rock?
All depends. If I'm just in the yard doing stuff, then I'm going to listen to some 70s rock, 70s music.
Yes.
But if I'm dancing, it's something different, you know?
I'm Prince. I absolutely, when I want to get a new idea, if I'm doing telemetry, it's got to be like Afrobeat. I need something in the background that gives me hope.
Aw.
Because I'm deep diving into like crazy metrics here. So if in my mind, I might sing like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Really? Because I'm like floating through. Do you have a motto, a phrase that helps you realign and give the people grace for you to be so compassionate and gentle and walk people through? Anything that guides you? I mean, no pressure.
I don't really have a motto, but I don't think I can say it.
Ah!
But I get stuff done.
Get it done.
You know, I am the type of person that if I give a deadline, I just, I'll just follow up. If they, what can I do to help you meet this deadline? Okay, but the deadline's Friday. Just reminding you.
Just gentle reminder.
Gentle reminder.
Gentle nudge.
Multiple times a day. Emails, texts.
Just a little bell. Ding,
Yeah,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding, ding. Okay, so if you had a takeaway, we're wrapping up. What would be your takeaway for the audience?
It's a marathon. It is not a sprint. Again, I love sports type of thing. You know what?
Yeah.
The people that never ran before, stuff, you know, just get off the couch, learn, talk to people, you know, just explore. There's nothing, or maybe for me, but no dumb question. So I'm learning from the community. I've never seen such an embracing community as the FinOps.
Yes.
The team that we have at Cloud Zero, so patient, so kind. I can't say enough about them. So,
I love
that type.
that. That's beautiful. That's a wonderful way to wrap. Thank you so much. And thank you all for coming and joining us. I'd love to hear in the comments where you're blooming. See you later, heroes.